Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
A young bull.
Artist, King Saladeen. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing, man?
Welcome to the show.
You from Philly?
From West Philadelphia.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
I'm
talking
old
to the mic,
school,
I'm
so I
talking to the mic.
expect
sorry.
everybody from Philly to have a beard.
I got a little
The
joint.
little joint. Yeah.
Now, you're an artist, you're a painter. Now, tell people how you got into art, because a lot of people love your art. It's I see it on everybody's walls. I seen something that you just did in the Philadelphia airport.
Okay, yeah.
Our good friend Elvis has a lot of your art in his home.
Elvis
that's,
Duran?
that's my
Elvis
guy.
Duran.
Elvis right there. Tell Elvis come here.
Elvis.
Come here.
That's one of my
probably came here to see you.
Elvis is one of my biggest collectors, man. So I love that guy.
He
man.
never comes over here.
Elvis, great timing. Envy just
Elvis.
said your name.
What's up? What's up?
That's why Elvis is here.
That's
Let's
why
be
Elvis is
clear.
here.
It's not great timing. He knew.
I
There's
thought you
nothing better than radio.
I want a hug.
with an artist that does visual art.
Give me a fucking hug, man.
Come here.
Aw.
Aww.
Godfather, how are you?
Where's my envy?
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm over here.
You guys.
Envy just said your name.
Saladeen. This guy's the best.
So you have a bunch of his art, Elvis?
I do. I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, tell us about him a little bit for people.
come on, Elvis.
We
How'd
just
you
about
get
to ask
turned
him.
on to him?
Serious.
Here's the thing. Look, I grew up in a house where the most art we had on the walls was like, Elvis Presley playing poker with dogs and velvet, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Didn't know what it was. But every once in a while when you're growing up, you see a piece of art that it makes you stir. It kind of gets your heart to beat. You're like, I don't know what it is about this color or what he's saying, but there's something that grabs me. And King Saladin's art did that to me.
Really? What piece was it? Do you remember?
God, it was Money Bear.
The first one was the 8-foot piece.
Yeah, I have
From
an
my first
8-foot
Soho
tall
shop.
King Saladin in my house.
Really?
In Manhattan, so you know he got a big house.
Yeah,
No, actually, it's another house. But anyway, sometimes we have houses. Don't even start envy. But no, I have this piece hanging up in my house, and everyone who walks in is just like, "Whoa, what the f is that?" I'm like, that's King Saladin. But as you hear his story, just like when you have an artist who's a singer in here, you hear their story and it makes their music sound different.
Yeah.
Right.
When you hear King Saladin's story, it makes his art look different. It's great.
This is unreal, man. Right here.
can't
This
wait
is
to
kind of
hear it.
crazy.
He's great. No,
Thank
really,
you,
he's
bro.
all yours.
Thank you so
don't
much.
get in the way.
I
Thank
got
you,
a bag.
Godfather.
I got a bag out there for you.
Tell
too.
us the story.
He
now.
got a bag out here for you too, Elvis.
Okay, I got to run. Tell him the story.
All right.
And just everyone, make sure you put his stuff online so people can see it so they know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. That's
Is there any crack involved in this story?
There's crack.
Oh, this is great.
Nah, ain't no crack.
Story of cracking him on a
Do you
bed.
want there
crack.
to be crack in the story? We'll add crack. All right. Have fun with King. He's the
Thank you,
best.
Godfather.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Love
you,
you so
man.
much, brother.
All right, back to the interview.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much. All right. Thank you, man.
You just gave him 2 hugs to make me jealous.
By the way, I have how many pieces of yours? I have like 8 pieces of yours.
Wow.
He said you're his biggest collector.
He's blessed. He's
I'm
blessed
going
me
to add
seriously.
today. I'm going to add more today.
Do you charge him?
Wow.
Do you charge Elvis at this point?
Huh?
Do you charge him?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
And I would think,
but now it's like on a family rate.
Yeah,
and I would think
got you.
Elvis would want to support an artist because
Yes,
he's
he's
got
amazing.
it.
He's amazing.
So tell
man.
us the story now.
All right, so
How'd you
where do I
start- how'd you get
start?
into
That
art?
was kind of crazy. That messed me up. I've always been into art, you know what I mean? But I played basketball. I grew up playing basketball. Got a scholarship for basketball.
What school?
I messed up on my grades a little bit, so I went to a junior college in Kansas. It was Johnson County, Kansas.
Oh, so you could hoop then?
Yeah, I can hoop. I had 1,000 points in my league, my day and everything. So,
Wow.
but I always did art, and I'm sure y'all familiar with Mesquite.
Yeah.
Mesquite Original. So
Yeah,
when I was a
Mesquite
young
Original,
boy, I did my own T-shirts in Philly. Was inspired by Mesquite. Started working with Mesquite in probably early 2000s, and I seen where they took it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to take it on a clothing because it was kind of like when you start with clothing, you don't get the proper representation as an artist after the clothing kind of fizzles out. You know what I'm saying? So I said what I was going to do was I was going to really just find my space, just being a straight artist. You know what I mean? Leave the clothing alone for a while until people started respecting me as an artist. So I don't know, man. It's a long story, man.
So you started off doing graffiti or something, or you just started drawing?
Nah,
like,
I never did graffiti. I just always loved graffiti though, because that was the only art that I could see. I remember like hooking in school and like going to the other side of Philly where more the Spanish people lived. That was the best graffiti. You know what I'm saying?
Don't fuck up their neighborhoods.
No, I didn't. I was never. I was never a vandal.
Yeah.
I just appreciated it. Like, damn,
It's
like
art.
these dudes really took this much time and like got this much skill. But I'm thinking like, damn, I know they didn't get paid because this joint is on top of a roof. It's like I know they didn't get paid for this. You know what I'm saying? So that was my mental. Like, I wonder if I could ever like find my gift and actually be able to, not about money, but just like find my way, be able to do better for my family. You know what I'm saying? When I have kids, they can like have a legacy. It won't just be like I'm the talented boy that work at a job. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
did
you also
start
could have
drawing
been
in your
playing
crib?
basketball.
Yeah, I started drawing in my crib.
Okay.
I actually used to get beatings all the time, bro.
For
For like
drawing.
writing on my walls. So my mom used to paint over it, you know what I'm saying? And then it would become like me hiding it, putting sneaker boxes, you know what I'm saying, in front of stuff that I did just to hide it. She cleaned up, finding stuff. And
Why would you
after that,
vandalize your mom's house when you got all those perfectly good abandoned buildings in Philadelphia?
He's not looking at it like vandalizing his art.
it was like I was in my own world in my house. Outside my house, it was kind of like nobody was really into art. You know what I'm saying? We was in property. We was living in a low income properties that pretty much you had like a mirror, maybe a poster, and a TV. It wasn't no like interior decorating setups. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know nothing about it really like that. You know what I mean? But shout out to Mesquite again. They had one of their biggest fashion shows in New York, maybe my second year working with them, and they got artists to do like canvases, and I was just like, damn, I feel better on this canvas than like working on shirts for some reason. You know what I mean? And then from time and time on, it's just like, you know, shout out to my best friend that passed away from cancer. That's why we created the toy. You know what I'm saying? JP the Money Bear.
Yeah, the Money Bear I know is you do this a lot. Now, what's the significance of the Money Bear?
Well, it's it's my logo, so it's like my Nike sign. The bear. Elvis has probably 6 of them, 6, 7 bears or whatever. So we went 3D. You know what I mean? I seen Hebrew up here. You know, and I was watching his interviews, and I was like, at that time, I was like in process of going over to China, back and forth to China to try to get this done, and I was just like, damn, it'd be amazing if I could ever get up there and go in the Breakfast Club. And then Envy went on one of the rallies with PCNY, my management, and I seen him there. Well, I didn't see him physically there, but I seen his car, I seen all the snaps and everything. I didn't go on the rally, but I met everybody in Miami. So I ain't get to meet him there. I just hit him up one day. Said, damn, I wish I had got to meet you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, I need some stuff. I'm like, wow.
You know, I followed you for a while. I actually seen a lot of the stuff that you did, and you know, with artwork, it's so many different artists, but you buy what you like. And I'm not big into buying art. There's a lot of pieces that I do like that, you know, my wife invests more than I do. And I seen this and I was like, wow, this is amazing stuff. And then when I met you, when I seen all your stuff, I was like, we got to get them up here. There's not too many brothers that do art that get a chance to get their word out there, to get their pieces out there.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I was like, let's bring them up here. Now, what was your biggest buy? Like, what was the one that got you to where everybody was looking?
I think in 2015, I got an opportunity to do a project with Jordan. Out of nowhere, like, you know what I mean? Like
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan Brand. Back and forth up New York. I met Oren and Wayne, his brother Oren. He bought a piece in like 2014. And me and my boy JP, we used to always come up here and party. We used to go to Greenhouse. You know what I mean?
Back when Greenhouse was open, yep.
Greenhouse is amazing too, man. It's so sad to see it not there, man.
Yeah.
So when he used to be up here, you know, he buying tables and everybody like, yo, what y'all do? And he like, oh, my man do art. You know what I mean? But at that time, I was doing art, but I wasn't like really selling pieces all like that. You know what I mean?
So what was he doing? Really selling pieces? That's why y'all could buy
Definitely
tables?
selling
He was
pieces.
throwing it off on you.
I mean, I would never want to taint his spirit like that. You know what I mean? He was an amazing dude, and he was doing, you know, pretty much whatever he had to do to show his friends and show all of us the other side of life. You know what I mean? So, where was I at? Okay, so the biggest thing was like, he was like, hey, you gotta start hanging with artists, because I'm from the hood, and I did it, but I'm not trying to hang out with artists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's like, you gotta start hanging with artists. You gotta come to New York. I'm thinking LA is the spot. You know what I mean? He's like, no, I'm telling you, New York. You go walk past a billionaire. He have a sweatsuit on. You don't even know. And I'm thinking like, at the time, like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So when I got the invite to come up and meet Oren and Wayne, he's like, yo, do you want to just ship the painting or do you want to come up? I'm like, I'm coming up. And this is after he passed away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm coming up there, because that was what we talked about. So I got a chance to come up here and meet him. I meet these dudes at a $30 million townhouse, and I'm just like, this is crazy. So they're like, yo, you want to just stay, just chill. So I chilled, stayed, you know what I mean? I think I got pretty good personality. I'm not trying to do too much, you know what I mean? And it just worked out great, like on some genuine organic stuff, you know what I mean? So after that, they was doing a whole bunch of charity stuff, and I was just like, damn, I really would love to do this if I ever was able to make some money, you know what I mean? Like, be able to give back, show kids some dope stuff, you know what I mean? And they just put me on to it. And the first art show that they had going on, not art show, but it was like a charity / art. It was with Retina. So, you know, Retna's a very dope LA artist, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, I was just like, yo, this is crazy. So, like, every week they would call me, yo, come up for this, come up for this, come up for this. So it was like a prayer answer, like, damn, I can go to New York and do something. Not just like go to Flight Club and then go back, you know what I'm saying? Because when my friend died, it wasn't no more greenhouse. I wasn't buying bottles, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, I'm just up here grinding, but I'm actually with some great guys that got a whole platform, a whole world that understand what I do. When I'm back in Philly, people like, yeah, that's hot, but like, where the chicks at? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, this is kind of crazy. So I just started coming up to New York, and that's how it really popped off. New York's my second home.
So you started drawing at a relatively young age, right?
Yeah, I can remember like 4 or 5.
Okay, so when did you really start taking it serious? Because I don't remember hearing how you got your break with Mesquite.
All right, so I really started taking it serious. Let me think. I'm sure I'm hard on the dates or whatever, but it was my first year of college. I came home, and 106 in Park was like really popping, right? So I'm sitting on a couch with
Free AJ era or Roxy Terrence J era?
No, this is AJ
And Free.
Okay,
AJ. Gotcha.
Okay.
So people was coming up with Mesquite shirts on. So I'm in Kansas playing ball with these boys. So we got like a big house out, like 4 of us stay together. And they like, so I'm telling them what's going on in Philly. So it came on TV. I'm like, yo, these the T-shirts I'm telling you about that I was selling my own T-shirts. So they're like, oh, all right, cool. And what's so crazy is I left school to really pursue like selling T-shirts, but it wasn't really about selling T-shirts. It was just like, damn, I see somebody winning at like this idea that I got. You know what I mean? I gotta go back home. Because it was like, for one, I was a D1, recruit. So when my SAT scores came messed up, it was like, that was a letdown for me to have to go junior college. You know what I'm saying? That's like big high school almost. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't even feel like it. Everybody's 6'2". Everybody can shoot. Everybody can dunk. I'm like, but everybody can't do what I be doing that nobody know about. You know what I'm saying? So I went home. Like on college break, I went home and just left. You know what I'm saying?
You never thought you could do both, like play basketball and do art?
I knew I couldn't because it's 2 different brains. You know what I mean? Like, it's no time, and plus I'm in school. It's no art supplies. It's just like
so
a whole
you had to
nother
just
world.
completely give up basketball.
Me personally, I had to do. Some people probably could do it. I couldn't because I was too far from home. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was either you going 100. Me personally, I'm going 100 at whatever I'm doing. You know, I can't do like 60, 40. You know what I mean? So it's like, I left. First thing, everybody's saying, damn, what you getting transferred? Where you at? Because you walk to the Chinese store, everybody like, damn, I thought you went to school, bro. It was just a crazy transition, man. But I remember, God rest my grandmom's soul too. She was one of the first person that I told this idea to. I'm like, yo, I think I can make money doing art. So she's like, just come home and do it, because she ain't want me in Kansas anyway. You know what I mean? Couldn't nobody really come out there to check on me. So she's like, yo, you might as well just come home and do it. I came home, and it wasn't smooth like that. You know what I mean? But that was the transition. That was really the transition.
Somebody from Mesquite found you, or what?
Nah, I was doing my own T-shirt so heavy, and I tell you, like, I grew up around all hustlers. You know what I'm saying? So I knew the best hustler wasn't standing on the block all day. You know what I mean? So when I had my shirts, when all me and my homies go to Miami, I'm going to Miami with 2 suitcases full of shirts.
All right.
Scooter, I got Jones on my book bag, and I'm riding up to people like you got to lay on right now. I'm like, no disrespect, player. That joint don't match them sneaks perfectly. I got something in my bag. So at that time, people like, let me see. I'm whipping out stuff. So the Mesquite truck rides past. They had like a wrapped Hummer at the time or whatever. And I just remember a boy saying, like, damn, where you from? You from Miami? I'm like, no, I'm from Philly. So we started conversating or whatever. He's like, yo, you got to come down to the studio. So that's how it really happened. You know what I mean? So it started from me doing my own thing and traveling and seeing these dudes outside of town. And then them inviting me back to the studio, and I, got a job after that.
What was the most expensive piece that you sold so far? And what was it?
I don't want to get into that.
You ain't got to say who's bought it.
He ain't pay his taxes on the 15th.
No, listen, I make sure I pay my taxes. I don't want no problems with the IRS. Most expensive. It was probably one of my projects. It was one of my projects. Probably, I don't like to get into numbers, man. I get kind of goofy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just curious, because there's kids out there that want to do art. They're like, there's no money in art. And I just like to show kids that, you don't have to think of being a basketball player or being a rapper. You know, there's other things that if you really love.
I had to pay a lot to the IRS, though. You know what I mean?
Don't try to bring up that you paid your taxes now.
I did. Let me think. I I don't know, man. Like, honestly, I don't really like to get into the money because the money kind of cloud people. You know what I mean? Like, I never did this for money. I just knew that I had a talent, and I seen other people. After I got outside of Philadelphia, I kind of seen other people winning at it, and I'm like,
how do you know what to charge? Like, how do you know when your price goes up? How do you know
I don't be
this is what
understanding
this
why
is
them
worth?
Banksies and all that be so expensive. They be looking regular as hell to me.
I mean, it's about your resume too. It's about your resume. See, like, I'm pretty much like I respect like the whole Rockefeller era, the whole like everybody independent. You know what I'm saying? So like me, PCNY, my team, CMI, Create, Motivate, Inspire, we own all our masters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really dealing with galleries like that. If it's beneficial, I will. But like Hebrew said, 50% from the rip. You know what I mean? I've made tons of galleries, a lot of money with no promotion. I'm bringing Elvises and all these people into the gallery to spend money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like it don't make sense for me to go under that radar. So
Unless you can't negotiate when you're in a good position. Like, look, my
maybe
artwork
now, but those institutions are so like it's like the oil. It's like getting into the oil business or getting into something like that where you kind of don't have any say so other than trying to create your own path. You know what I mean? For real. But I don't know. What was the question? I'm sorry.
I was saying.
Now we're saying how
He's
much.
trying to
how
get
do
you to say how much you spent for a painting. But you know what though, man?
How it start? How it start?
and
So
how you know what to charge people.
I used to charge people $200. I used to tell people, yo, get the canvas and I'll do it and give me $100. Like,
I wonder how much that stuff is worth now that you did for $200 back then.
It's definitely worth a nice amount of money.
That's a good investment.
Definitely. And I stay connected with everybody that I deal with. You know what I mean? I'm always in Philly. I'm in New York more now or whatever. But yeah, my mom got most of my dopest pieces for real. She take all my dope stuff.
All the dope stuff. She's like, give me that.
All my dope stuff.
You know what's interesting? Like, you know, you can still provide that inspiration without showing people how much money you got because people see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? They see you here on Breakfast Club or they see you or hear you on Elvis or whatever. Like, they see your work, so they know it's got to be doing some
You have
type
work
of
in the
numbers.
airport?
Yeah, we just did a 200-foot installation in the Philadelphia airport. So that was amazing. And Fox News was there. It was really dope. It was really something dope and inspirational for the city too. Because you know what I mean? Philly's an amazing city, but it's just like it's no opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And people get caught up in like no opportunity and they hating on anybody that's really doing something good. You know what I'm saying? So my whole vibe be different. I'll be just trying like create, motivate, and inspire for real. You know what I mean? Because I understand where it's like we only fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody worried about Elvis and ain't, you know, people at that level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They worry about, they hating on Envy, they hating on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you need to just get with people, man, so you could try to make things happen, man.
Do you build with other artists in Philly, like my man Justin Richburg? You know Justin?
I never met him. Maybe by face. I'm bad with
Yeah.
names, but I
You
built
know
with
his
everybody.
art? You familiar with his art?
Nah, you gotta put me on.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you. He dope. He from Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of connect with everybody, man, especially the young boys. Like, cause now it's kind of like it's a cool thing to be an artist and be out doing your own thing and have
Art
your
Basel,
own.
people love going to Art Basel.
It's so crazy. I found out about Art Basel when I quit my job in 2011, and one of my cousins was like somebody doing good in my family. You know what I'm saying? So I hit him up. Yo, I'm like, can I sleep on your couch? You know what I'm saying? I need to be down there for a couple months. Like, how much money do I gotta give you? He like, no, just do me a painting. So I did him a big ass painting. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey, your shit that good? 2 months free rent for a painting?
that was like
God
6
damn.
months. I was down there for like 2
My
years.
G, I mean, some of the small stuff on this website got $25,000 for painting on this.
Envy, you drawing,
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm just, it's stuff that good. That's, you know what I mean? He does amazing stuff.
Yeah, but God is good, man. So I just was like,
Did that ever confuse you growing up, being in Philly? People like, yo, you drawing? Like, yeah, I'm an artist.
no. Cause like only my close
practiced
friends knew that I really did it until I really was like left school and took it like all the way. Cause when I left school, I was just like, yo, I gotta do everything I don't feel like doing.
Gotcha.
Cause I gotta come back home. I'm not trying to work at the corner store. I'm not trying to be, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to really be risking my freedom like that either. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of friends and a lot of close homies pass away early in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew where I wanted to go with mine. You know what I'm saying? And I just put all that energy into my art for real.
Yeah, I want to introduce you to Justin too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
He did the animation in the field like summer video for Childish Gambino.
Is he an older guy?
Nah, he young.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got
Oh wow.
young.
All right, I'm with it. Let me know.
And what about, so you do commission art too? Like people can commission you to do stuff?
Yeah, that's how like a lot of my business started early in the day. Was commissioned because I could kind of like sit around a person, get their vibe, and kind of like create my own vision, but exactly kind of how you said it or you wanted it. not too crazy like, yo, I want me riding on a dragon or something crazy. I'm not doing all that, you know what I'm saying? But they would already know like my style, and they would be like, well, I want this, or could you put my son name in this, or my daughter, I just had a baby, or just all kinds of stuff. So that's like easy for me.
And you do everything yourself. I know sometimes artists will like be the main artist, kind of like being a producer, and then they have people that work under them that actually do some of the work. Like, how does that work?
Oh no, I don't know.
He said, I do my own stuff.
I don't know.
No
I ain't to that.
ghostwriters.
I'm not at that level yet. I think because I was just literally talking to somebody about that too. Like I have a team, but everybody on my team, nobody does art. You know what I mean? Like Berto, I just flew him out from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Dope photographer. Big J does like all kinds of in-house studio stuff. My like my day-to-day business.
Thought he was a shooter.
Orange my man. Orange my manager. Oren and Wayne are my managers. You know what I'm saying? And they in their own world, their own space with the cars and everything. My brother Kev, we run.
Thought Kev was a shooter too.
We run Create, Motivate, Inspire together. So that's our foundation that we give back. And you know, I learned from PCNY and a bunch of other people. Like we give back turkeys in the hood. We didn't get book bags, basketball tournaments in my hood, all kinds of like dope little stuff.
When did you know this was a career for you though? When were you like, okay, I'm good now. Like financially, I can do just this.
I quit my job in 2011. So I quit my job with like $400 like to my name. So it was really like my best friend JP he was telling me like bro, you gotta show people what you can do. You can't. How you gonna be at work all day and you got this gift? How people gonna see it? So that was the same boy that used to have me in Greenhouse, and we staying at the Dream Hotel. But I got to go back to work though. So he's killing me like, yo, fuck that job. Excuse me, I can't.
Okay.
All right, so he's like, yo, that job is. He used to call it the plantation. So he's like, damn, you going back to the plantation? And I'm just like, damn, but I wasn't trying to be the boy like outside, not had to go back to my mom's house. My car note was due. And I'm not the dude that's like, yo, let me hold a stack. Let me hold 1,500. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I just gotta do what I gotta do till my time is right. And I walked out my job 2011 and I ain't never looked back. So making that like walking on faith like that, that opened up to me being able to be financially successful with what I was doing. Because other than that,
some people are so concerned with security and stability, they won't pursue their passion because they just.
I mean, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real though. You know what I mean? Everybody got a phone bill to pay. You know what I mean? You got a girlfriend. You want to go out to eat. So I understand whatever can keep you kind of like stable so you don't super fall off.
Right.
People gonna do that. You know what I mean? But me personally,
you had to fly out.
I ain't never want to have no 9 to 5. I ain't like waking up at a certain time. I ain't like nobody telling me what to do or you know what I'm saying? And you didn't do this good enough. I'm docking your pay. Well, I don't know however it go. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in my DNA. You know what I mean? But the only opportunity, if you're thinking like that in the hood, is to pretty much start selling. You know what I mean? Doing doing whatever you gotta do to get your money.
Right.
But
you don't got no pieces on you? You ain't bring no art to show people?
I bought y'all the
toy.
Oh, okay.
I bought y'all a toy. I bought y'all some merch. I can't bring in canvases. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But
is your art on the merch?
Well, we just did a collaboration with Champion last year. So
I saw that.
It was like one of the biggest collaborations that Champion ever did too.
Let's
so
see, man.
That was super dope.
Take advantage of these YouTube numbers.
These T-shirts are just like from the pop-up.
Okay.
Because everything else
sold out.
Thank you. Everything else sold out like.
Whoa.
The online stuff sold out in like 18 minutes. Oh, okay.
How much?
But
if you don't get your little bird,
these just some T-shirts that we had laying around that I had to that I just wanted to give y'all. You know what I mean?
Thank y'all for joining us, man. These pieces are pretty dope.
I look like Kanye Bear a little bit. Remember Kanye Bear?
That was a part of the inspiration.
Gotcha.
Murakami and the college dropout. That was a part of the motivation and everything too, man.
Where can people find you online if they want to see your art and perhaps commission you or purchase something?
Well, Instagram. Everybody got an Instagram right now. So King Saladeen is KING.
Let me see your toy.
SALADEEN, and the website's www.kingsaladeenart.com.
Give me the toy. That's so crazy.
And I wanted to make my toy while I'm on air. I grew up with a lot of, I respect the causes and just everybody, so they was inspiring, but it was all like Mickey Mouse to the next level to me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted my toy to look. He got what you got on pretty much right now.
Yeah, he look like a nigga from Philly. He do.
So I just wanted to, bring, just speak to the times, you know what I'm saying? Because, we're not wearing big jeans right now. We're not wearing big sweatpants. I wanted to put some joggers on him, some comfortable sneaks, some boosts. dope sweatshirt. You know what I'm saying? And JP's on the back of it, and it's my grandma's birthday because they both passed away from cancer.
Wow.
So that's one of my biggest things that my donations, everything I give back, everything got percentages going back to cancer research.
Right.
Not even cancer research. This summer we're sending a couple kids that are like terminally ill to a camp. To like it's a very expensive camp for kids with cancer. So the kids that aren't able to pay for it, we're going to raise up the money for them.
So your grandma be there is Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
You do anything special?
I don't know, man. It's so crazy because I'm like, I never went out to the grave after the burial. She passed in 2017. So I'm gonna go out there, put some flowers, and I just be repping her. You know what I'm saying? I put her name up on the wall in the airport. Her birthday's on the back of the toy. So I'm always like, in everything I create, I'm just inspiring, putting her name.
You should
in
put a toy on the headstone.
Somebody gonna take it, man.
You have to be a grimy ass dude to do something.
We from
like
Philly,
that.
man.
Yeah, you're right.
We from Philly.
Well, King Saladin, we appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you,
And thank
man.
you for these gifts too, man. We definitely appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank y'all for having me.
All right. Well, it's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy, We the Breakfast Club, King Saladin.